What up? What up? What up? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody's week going so far? What up, Michael, JP, Brandon, Frank, Bait Chuckin, Little Rich, Darius, um, and anyone else that might not have commented. So how's everybody on? How's everybody's week been going? Any fishing this week? What up, Ron? Hey, Guggen Sawyer. Finally don't have tournaments in the morning. Nice. What do you do, like local tournaments, Guggen Slayer? Hey, Tom. How you doing? I had saw that just for like a couple of minutes ago that Brendan was live. I didn't even realize he was live. Man was supposed to go like live, but then he didn't, so he'll probably do it like Sunday or something. Night fishing. Yeah, they got the little holiday weekend. Guggen Slayer, I see. Hey, it's better than nothing, man. Still fun. So yeah, pretty much gonna be showing you guys some baits. It's not gonna be a long live, and actually kind of like realize that around like that 50-45 minute mark is like the best, like seems like the best engagement on my live. So I think that's better to keep it around that time. But there was a few things though I wanted to mention before showing the baits. That I was going to tell you guys that Japan import tackle, they're actually going to start using Afterpay. I'm not sure if maybe after messaging them a couple times, I sent them like a kind of like a thing on Instagram a couple times, and they said they were going to look into it, and then I sent them another message on it, just stating that I use Afterpay a pretty good amount, and I also have a channel, so if could work with them doing sort of thing, I'll definitely, show the baits they had, because they have a nice selection, and that's honestly the one thing that kind of kept me from buying stuff, was really that they didn't have Afterpay, and that's kind of like what I like to use. And so now they're going to be testing it out for September, and they'll see whether or not, if they like it, if they see a good amount of engagement, they'll keep it. So hopefully, I think just with like a couple of people I know that buy from them, sees that, they'll definitely get more people buying, because there's a lot of people that use Afterpay over Shop Pay. And honestly, they take less, like I said, percentage. I think I kind of said that before, from the merchant. Nice. Kinky Beaver and the leeches. There's actually a bait I'm going to be showing a little bit later down. I'm just going to show a couple new baits. What's it called? That I saw on Tackle Warehouse, Kitech. Yeah, I saw that Little Rich, but I'm not buying none from the hookup. Unless it's like a necessity, I'm kind of done with them for now. What up, Malone? Yeah, the one baits will be pretty cool when he gets those in. That'd probably be a little bit though, because like a lot of those small garage uh, makers, man, they take a while to make their bait sometimes. Like I said, I actually just messaged Thrash Baits like 2 days ago because I've been waiting like 2 years for the damn rat and this other bait that I had asked from him, and he never replied. But I was wondering if something happened. But then I saw him post, a picture recently, and it kind of sucks. I'm not sure like if he's just not messaging or what. But like I said, it's been like I was gonna ask on the universe, but then I said I don't even care. What happened with who, Malone? And so yeah, and that kind of annoyed me because he had said it was gonna be like 9 months or 10 months, and I was cool with that. 9 months came, then he's like, oh, it's gonna be a little extra time, and then it's been another 9-10 months. I had hit him up in September of 2021, and I still haven't seen him. You had the Andromeda on the way, sweet. Yeah, those should have lasted a pretty good long time for you to get on one. I think Chris was getting one too. What's it called? The Andromeda. He was also looking for the bug rock, but he couldn't get it. Those bug rocks, they sell out really fast. But yeah, so like I said, it's not going to be much baits, but they are pretty cool history of swim baits and stuff like that I got. And then I also got one new bait too, that's kind of like a swim bait or wake bait. And then also there was something else too I was going to talk about. I'll do that to the end. Let me search up the video so I'll have that up for you guys so just show you. Even though I'm sure a lot of you guys seen this bait or heard of it at least. All right. So he made you like a blank. So you're gonna paint your own, or did you get actually the mud shad one? Because that'd be pretty cool to have like your own blank that you can paint. All right, so I'll show the ones that aren't packaged because the packaged ones are kind of like really hard to open. So I have no plot on that. So yeah, the first bait I'll be showing, and like I said, these are going to be from Lureslingers, Ron, and then the one bait, the other one is from Tackle Warehouse. And then also I'll be showing a few other things that I kind of had that I just hadn't shown. I'll show at the end, and then with the other stuff I was going to do. So yeah, the first bait is by Fish Arrow. These are kind of an older bait that they had, one of their wood baits. I think they're like pretty old bait. It's not anything recent. Like I said, they're made out of wood. This is the Monster Jack, the Junior. Even comes with a box, which is kind of hard to find. The ones with boxes, they usually come used a lot. But the little box is cool. But the bait itself is nice. And usually the only issue with these baits that they had a problem with was the paint jobs. They had issues with chipping and flaking near the tail and joint sections. And the Junior model was the better model of the two. And this is actually the same mold and profile they use for a lot of the Jack models that are in the ABS version, like the riser Jack and stuff like that. Almost hooked myself. And like I said, but this one is like a wood model that they had made. Not big at all. Pretty small. It's got like those glass sort of eyes, but like you can see right here, it has that slight issue where it gets like that. Oh, come on, the last stream it was working perfectly. And if you can see right there, you'll get that sort of raised bump sort of issue there. But I'm going to try and send this to TK. That's actually what I wanted to do. Is a little project. Got it for pretty cheap. And anyway, technically, they actually aren't even expensive to begin with. And I'm going to see what he can do with it, because I think he'll like painting something like this. And I think he would make a really nice paint job on that. But like I said, that bait there is kind of the same like sort of like mold or blank that it created for this. It's just larger and made out of plastic. And but like I said, this is just a DRT, collab one. And they also have multiple versions of this. They also have like a Mega Bass collab one. That's called the It Jack. That one's a little bit more expensive, but you can find them. Actually, I found one on a forum that I was on yesterday. It's on Facebook, and I might get it next week, but I might have to wait for the guy to ship because he's from Japan. Okay, so it was a blank shirt, a blank. That's cool. You can do whatever you want on it. I actually want a knockoff ankle. So is it like one of the plastic ones, Guggen Slayer, or was it like a resin one? Yeah, it's actually, if it wasn't for that chipping that had on the end, it would actually look really nice. And it looks kind of good. The other side is pretty good, but the other side has that slight amount of like bump, the raising of the paint, or it's like a film. But it's pretty nice, natural, and it has like that gold like look to it, which I like I always say I really like. But it's kind of cool that like I said, there's a bunch of baits like that, and that have resin. Huh. That's pretty interesting. You have to send me a picture of that on Instagram if you're on Instagram. I think you are. But yeah, and like I said, they had the Mega Bass one. They have the Monster Jack, the Swimming Jack, some other one. It's a whole bunch of models. And then really, actually, the company that makes these for fish arrows, that AR Lures company that I actually had showed you guys before, and then like I said, they also had the lip that you can turn the riser jack into like a jitterbug style bait. So it's kind of cool. But like I said, with this one here, it's made of that, like, I think it's a certain type of wood. I'm not sure if it's cedar or it's that chemical wood, but it's not super dense. Yeah, it gets you got to get used to it. Mainly, what I do is technically most of like my heavy baits. I really don't put like a lot of effort into the casting, just mainly lob them, and they just do the work for you. Because you really don't have to chuck them. And I tend to do like more like a roll sort of cast. Kind of helps versus just constantly kind of like doing like an overhand cast. And honestly, I think you break off more doing overhand cast because it puts a lot more load on the line. Unless you're using like mono or something, obviously. All right. So that's the one wooden bait. And then the next one Is a bait that's actually been discontinued like 2 times. It's weird how it's happened, but and then also for the other one as well. And I'll get actually more into that one once I show this one, and then I'll show the other bait. But like I said, they kind of discontinued it once, and then it brought it back for like a short period of time for like I think it was like 5, 6 years ago, 4 years ago. And then they completely, I think, again, discontinued them. But they actually had them under a different name. I know the other one. I'm not sure about the Timber Flash I'm about to show. But I'm really not sure on that. But I know that the Noisy Docks. But this is the Evergreen Timber Flash. Like I said, they haven't made these in a while. And this is their, wood bait that they made. It was pretty popular with like a lot of the pros and a couple YouTubers. But like I said, it's kind of hard to find them in the package still. And like I said, they're pretty ahead of their time, because these baits, when they came out, it was like 2007. Wow. They have like that old warehouse smell. What the hell? Like I said, their packaging is crazy on this. You gotta like folding damn wires. One up here. There you go. And it's weird how like this one actually weighs more than the other bait I got. It's supposed to be the junior. So like I said, this is a wood. This is in Wagasaki color. And this is like pretty much like a slammer style bait. It's a 2-piece style. You can't put a weight. They also, they had that thing. Same thing with the other bait I'm going to show has that, which not a lot of people actually use on these. And then it also came with quad hooks, which was way ahead of its time. You don't really just started hearing about those not too long ago, or become popular. It has a little foil on the side, a green sort of olive back, and then a pearl belly. Comes with even the decoy egg snap. So, like I said, let me get under the belly. And then that tail, one thing I was kind of worried about with these is that, the tail's soft. And really, there are not many replacements out there for them. And, Brendan, I was going to think about tracing something out and maybe having him make me one or some replacements, and I'll just buy them from him. Or I was thinking about just making a clay mold and then just do it myself. But like I said, I think Brendan will do a better job. Yeah, Ron, that's nuts. And like I said, it has like a crazy like smell to the packaging on the inside. Smells like an old like dentist office. It's funny. And is is the tackle shop person that owns it, is the Toshi guy the same guy that built the damn or came up with these, or does he have his own tackle shop? I forgot to ask you that at one time. Like I said, really, really nice bait for what you're getting from like a mass-produced, bait company. And at one point we're mass-produced. Damn it! I should have showed the back when it was focused. Let's see if I can get it again. There we go. So you can see that back. Kind of like had some like scale pattern on the back. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Like I said, it has some good amount of weight for it. For this one, I was actually kind of surprised. It feels like it's heavier than the other bait. And like I said, that's definitely a bait that was pretty sought after in like the swim bait community a long time ago. And then the other bait I'm going to show you guys got like very popular for a very certain amount of time, where they were flipping them for like crazy amounts of money on like eBay and Universe and all that stuff. Where you was seeing them for like $200, $250. It was nuts. Ah, he manages it. Okay, that's pretty cool. See, that's the thing. That's what's really cool about the Japanese stuff, man. It's really like seems like a real small knit amount of group of people that is actually like running that whole industry out there. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. And like I said, it's just the history also behind it. And he also has, like I said, I had the link in my description. He has a few more, Ron, and he's selling them for retail. Like I said, it's not doing like a flipper deal or whatever. And like I said, freaking he has a baby bass, red bite, uh, big red bite, and then IU, and then he has a peacock pattern in the timber flash. This one here with the tail, and the peacock one could, like I said, imitate a peacock, perch, and a couple other maybe species. And so, like I said, the other bait too is again from Evergreen, another really cool bait that you really don't hear much about anymore, but it was very popular at one time and considered like one of the top wakes back in the day. And then also Brett Height was really popular in using this bait. I know Milliken was really into this bait and considered it one of his best wake baits that he used, or the one he caught like most of his big fish on. And then, but that is the Evergreen Noisy Docks. And so, like I said, really sweet pattern. Again, it's a wood bait made from like a mass-produced company. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that AR Lures is the one making them for them, because they make baits for a lot of big companies. And they make good lures, wood baits themselves. I took this one out of the package already. So, and that tail was also like a little, was wood too. There's no rattles in this. Everything just makes noise from the actual joints. So it's really nice. And what some guys do actually with this middle piece right here, you can kind of modify them. And what I've seen guys do that are in Japan, they make I forget the name of what they call it, the dock something, but they take this middle joint out and then they just put the tail on here, and it becomes like almost like a big bud, and that's what they do. So it's pretty interesting. Like I said, the paint job is pretty nice, man. I think the bass one is like the best one, or the Wagasaki color. Has that nice gold in there, a little bit of orange belly. Give like a little reaction. And like I said, it's actually not as heavy as you would think for this size, and it's an 8-inch bait, almost like 9 inches. So, like I said, I got a little swim video I'll show you guys in a second, but it's pretty sweet. What up, Laura Lab? What up, Daniel? Yeah, I agree, Bob. This looks really nice. The other colors aren't bad. It's just this one I think has the nicest color. And like I said, it comes with the quad hooks. You know, again, that's pretty cool for being such a older bait that it came with that. And it came with the egg snap, which is, you know, pretty popular. So I think, like I said, this will do pretty damn well. And it's got that foils on the side. All of them, I think, are mostly like a foil paint job. It's got like that foil on the side. It's just painted over. So it should be pretty awesome to use those. Yeah, the big bite looks sick. I think that would be a really good like nighttime color. Or for the pre-spawn. Yeah, the wobbly tail. There's a bait I'm gonna probably have coming soon that has like something like that, where the tail is like free moving, and it makes the bait allow like a really slow retrieve. It's also kind of like that the raid I got where it has that sort of jointed tail on it, so it almost acts like a third joint. Mm. And like I said, if anybody's like interested in them, I have the links in the description. He has a few of them. And like I said, the price is pretty good overall. The docks is 89, and then I think the timber flashes are 77, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. All right, got that up. All right, let me show you guys. I have the swim video for it. All right. So it's only like 2.2 ounces, which is not big at all. That's that IU color, and Ron has actually one of those stuff. And mainly this is, like I said, a wake bait. You can get it down about a foot, and then also if you do attach in some weights to the body, it will go down a bit more. I would be cool to try this like on a deep tracer. But that's the underwater sound. So it's got a really like high pitch noise under the water. See that nice like serpentine action from above? It looks like a trout. That's why they're really good on trout lakes. Why is it so damn low? They also walk really well too. Dead twitch, dead walk. just gonna see from the bottom. All right, so you guys got to see that. Yeah, the soft baits, I like a lot of the depth soft baits. It's kind of like one of like my top like plastics that I like to use or have. I like a lot of depth. Yeah, Flash Union is pretty sick, and they're really hard to find. It's pretty much like I said, it's like a Magnum version of this bait. This bait is pretty much a Magnum version of that, and then it has the double hook harness that it has and some feathers on the treble, but it's pretty much the similar bait. It just has a different head on it, head shape, but similar body and tail. But it's pretty cool soft plastic, and like I said, they float. So a big soft plastic like that floating is pretty unique. You really don't see that, except like Matt Lores, I know made the dead twitch. What up, Adam? And the dead twitch, and that's a giant bait, but really you don't do anything with it. You just let it sit there and literally like reel it very, very slow. Yeah, I might just send you mine then, Adam, because I don't do too well with mine, but I'm shoot. If you do well with it, I have the one knocker though, so it might be a little bit different than the one you have. Mine is the heavy hitter. I put it in my plastic box. But it's the one that makes a lot of noise. Yeah, Japan Lore Museum is pretty good, man. They have like tons of videos, man, of every like Japan bait you can imagine. He has 555 videos, which is insane. And he even has that new Nota Nota by Hide Up. He has the video of that. And some baits that really you never really heard of. But yeah, so the other bait again is the actually same thing. I just bought backup. So I got two of the noisy ducks just to have a backup of the bass one, just in case, and or just after this one gets beat up, I'll have actually another one. And then the and then I'll show you the other stuff. The Tackle Warehouse bait I got was actually a bait it's actually kind of new. And I always kind of wanted to try his stuff, but his prices are a little bit steep. But I did see this, and I was like, you know what? I don't have something that's this size in the type of 3-piece that this is. But this is the PB Rat, but the new mouses he has, and I got the 3-piece model, and it's a pretty nice little bait. I didn't expect it to be as small, but it's perfect, honestly, because it's about the same size as the other small rat I have, but just a little, maybe like ½ inch larger. but it's in a 3-piece, so that should be pretty nice. And I got the black and white one, which makes like a gray with some black showing through on the rear section. But like I said, it's kind of tiny. Pretty small guy. He's got like a little gem eye. Get it to focus. And the really cool thing about these is really that it's not really paint job. It's a part of the resin. The resin itself is dyed, and then he just kind of creates that swirl pattern. But it's pretty basic. The hooks he has on this damn thing are amazing. I'm pretty sure these are the Ryugi Pierce hooks. It said it has Swim Bait Underground hooks, but these look like Ryugi Pierce hooks to me. And they feel like them. They have a slight, I think, less bend to them. Yeah, so they're not the Ryugi Pierces. I don't think they are. But it looks very similar though. They are sharp though as hell. Like sticky. So I like that. But like I said, it's a perfect little rat. It's not big at all. Good profile. And pretty well, name, a very well known name that's, pretty effective overall. Jesus. Pretty effective overall. So I think this little guy will get bit. And like I said, this is the other bit I had. That's like a smaller rat. This is the only kind of smaller rat I have. And they're almost about almost about the same size. It's just slightly longer, the body of the PB rat, but the tails pretty much meet up to the same length. So it's about the same length, just shorter, a longer body. So, but overall, the size of the bait is tiny, 1.5 ounces. I'm pretty sure it's 1.5, yeah. And so that should get bit. I bet I can see this really being a good, like, smallie bait, actually. Like I said, the prices, I will say, it's a little pricey. I would think more or less this bait should range around like $80 or $90, maybe like $100 at max. But I think this one was 120 something, 124, so definitely not cheap. And if it wasn't for Afterpay on Tackle Warehouse, probably wouldn't have got it. Nah, Bob, I don't like the Spro rat. I really, I prefer the resin style rats. The plastic ones, I don't know. The Spro makes a lot of noise. I tend to like more natural presence when it comes to like my rats. More or less just make a swishing noise with that clack sort of. But so I really don't like any rattles. Even though I know guys that definitely do like that. And there's guys that do make like clacking rats that have like little knockers in them. But I just, my preference wise, I just don't like them. I know the Spro rats though, they catch fish, so. So, yeah. So that's that. And then also, since Brennan is still here, look, I kind of realized this, Brennan, but look what fits on the Abu bait. And it actually looks pretty good. A lot better actually than the tail it comes with. But it looks almost like a damn DRT. So I definitely want to see that. And also the the other tail fits, the variable tail. And then also, one thing I forgot to show you guys that I couldn't show you the last time because it was kind of hard for me to do it. But remember that weird kind of bait that I was showing, the worming bait, that crank down? And then also there was a video I actually forgot to show you guys on this. There's another thing that this bait is pretty popular for, that it's actually kind of like something that guys kind of keep hidden, like a secret. But some people use these for like bed fishing or like fishing near beds. But like I said, the lip comes out, and then you can take the lip out, and usually it goes this way in, and it allows you to, like I said, reel that bait a little bit slow, and then it'll kind of like acclimate down to the depth it needs to go. But you can get it still down about 3 feet, 4 feet with that the lip that way, with the wire piece still on. But then if you want to get it down even more or deeper, you just turn the lip around and then it goes back in. You can't use the wire guard piece, but at that point the lip is in an angle that really won't allow you to uh, get like a snag, and the way that it's positioned. So there you go. So there. Now you got that deep sort of crank down that'll get like 6 feet or a little bit more with the weight. It actually comes with like a little that weight. I put it in my damn weight thing, but it comes with a 4 gram weight strip. That's actually, I went to go and look them up, and they're actually a pretty good price for what you're getting, strip wise, for like weights, and they're pretty heavy. Like this little square right here that they give you in the package, it's a 4 gram weight. So all you need is one little square, and you put it on the lip, and it allows the bait to become like a slow sink. And but like I said, they have these. They sell them separately. You can buy them on Japan Import Tackle, and they're literally like $10 for an 8-pack. But that's literally like 32 grams of weight. That you would board weights. You get like 4 in a pack, like 6 in a pack, and they're 2 grams a piece. That's only like 12 grams. So, and you're paying like $4 a piece. So, or more. And so yeah, and that is definitely a pretty cool bait. Like I said, once you get it to tune it the right way and then use it the way that it was designed for. Damn, Adam, for real? I thought you made a couple rats that you had caught fish on. I swore you did. Or I swore I've seen a picture of you with one. Let me see some. Let me show you guys that video. I forgot to show you guys. So, trying to get the video that I was going to show you guys. I forgot. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Alright. Here we go. Alright. So, and this is like a little video they did with like a little collab, and you're gonna see how many damn things you can do with this bait. But like I said, it's kind of like a hidden thing that really not many guys talk about. But it's caught a lot of big fish at Lake Biwa, so like a lot of 10s and 12s, 13s. You can call on this. So yeah, it comes with that little weight. You can buy them, but that's right there. He has it. That's where you put them on the lip. This model comes with the square lip. And I think you can buy that lip separate too if you want, and you can use it on this one as well. And this one has that normal tail, and then that's like a wire thing he made. That, well, not made, but it comes with, that you can buy. And then this is one they use it for like bed fishing, and you'll see. And it swims on the way down, is what he's saying. Alright. See? And it stands right up like a bed fishing bait. And they just hop it off bottom. I gotta find that damn wire. And like I said, it stays like right in the zone, like it doesn't really move much, which is pretty nice. Let's see if he shows. And they also make rods, which I never knew. See, he was bed fishing, but yeah. Wish they would show the damn water. And this is where a lot of these guys catch these giant fish at, in these damn little like channels or little areas where the water comes up and there's like logs or trees, and they throw the damn swim baits in like the weirdest shit you would imagine. It's kind of like how a couple of years ago I was catching a lot of my like tiny clash fish. That wasn't even like a couple of feet from him. Little decent fish. So yeah, that's like that one sort of couple different things just on that, but there's even more stuff you can do with that damn thing. Yeah, golf tape. It's kind of like a golf tape. It's just like kind of comes in like little thicker, wider pieces. That's really all it is. If I could find like a golf tape like that wide, that would definitely be pretty good. Cause then you can make that last a while. Just give it away. One from Devo got it. Papa Walker and Cha Cha. Yeah, Pop Walker is pretty nice. The Cha Cha Glide is a decent bait for the price. I had the one I won from Mr. Bass, I think it was a long time ago. I had to put a little bit of floating board though on it to get it to work a little bit better. It kind of wants to like sink pretty quickly. But the Thunderhawk stuff is nice. Ron is actually getting some of those Magnum A10s. Yeah, ones for the muskies. And like I said, Rago is the one that really made those, and he makes a lot of good baits for cheap price. Even his like resin baits aren't that expensive. The A10, the one good thing that I do like about them though is that the bill doesn't have a chance of like really breaking like other crankbaits because it's part of the body. Yeah, some other stuff does seem a little seem like cheap, but it is like a low price brand, so you can't really expect super high quality paint jobs or like the bait's going to be made out of the highest quality plastic or whatever. But overall, for like most beginner type anglers or people that are just fishing basic stuff, it's not bad. And they have a decent amount of like other like musky baits that they're coming out with, like that A10, which I think is pretty cool. Should be a good like deep dive. And it's like almost like an Evoke 4.0. Okay, so you've never caught anything. He's got gators. Jeez, that's funny. That's weird, dude. Have you tried them like in the rivers or anything? Yeah, that tungsten putty, I heard like mixed reviews on it. Like sometimes I heard it falls off, but if you have like a bait that kind of has like an indent somewhere where you can kind of like fill it in, it works a lot better. Or if you have like a soft bait that has like a chamber or something, you can put it in there. Uh, huh, interesting. Mine was sinking like quick, so I had to put like floating board on mine. So that's interesting. There might be like an inconsistency with the sink rates. Or it could have been the water temperature too. Was it coming into play? Honestly, Bob, you can find that stuff at like Hobby Lobby. A lot of hobby shops sell it, and that's probably the cheapest place you'll probably find it. Versus paying extra for like a fish marketed, putty or whatever. Yeah, Adam, that's kind of like how I feel. What the hell? I clicked the wrong one. That's kind of the same way I feel. It's like, they're not bad, but they're not like something that you're like, you know, overly excited over. And I think that's kind of why they don't sell as good as they probably should, because they honestly, like I said, make decent stuff. Their lipless is pretty good. The square bill is pretty good. They do make some interesting spinners that are like crazy flashy, which I'm sure the musky guys would use that, but not too much of the bass guys. That soft bait kind of has like, not trying to say a copy, but it has something that's already been out there. So I don't think people are going to look for that unless it's something that it offers something a lot more different. It's mainly like just like a hollow belly sort of paddle tail. You're not going to be like, oh, whoa, let me go buy that or try it because it's something different. It does, I think, allow for line through though, which is pretty cool. To worry about. Yeah, I think it's not bad for the price. Like, it's if you want to compare like to an iSlide or that Bass Pro glide bait, I think the Bass Pro glide bait might be a little bit better overall. It's around that same price, $17.99, I think it is, or $18. But that one was made by a guy as well that does swim baits. Actually, the guy that is part of the swim bait universe forum that I'm on. He designed that with Bass Pro Shop, and it's kind of like a donut or a shortcake. I have them. They're like a wood swim bait. It's kind of like small, like this. Not small. It's kind of the same profile, but just like larger. It's like the size of the donut I have. But I have that on my rod right now. Oh, damn. That sucks, dude. Was it ground advantage, dude? Because if you shit that on that, I'm gonna be mad at you. Because you shouldn't even ship advantage or anything. Fuck United States Postal Service. And then I'm gonna show you guys some of the new baits too that it's kind of come in that I think is interesting. Yeah, the insurance, dude. I'm telling you, it's a scam. It's literally a scam. The insurance is nothing. They don't care. I'm not going to do anything. And most of the time, they don't claim it. Like literally, they'll say, "Oh, we can't do nothing about it," or "Oh, that's not our fault," or some other damn thing. You're better off actually claiming through like your card or something like that, or if you had a credit card or whatever, or PayPal. Dude, how the hell do they lose priority, man? I don't even get that. That's retarded. Literally, that's the same sort of thing that almost happened with my Japan import tackle box. That it was in a priority thing, and then they almost lost it. Went to a damn other state, and then came back. So hopefully that's what's happened is they missorted it, and they sent it to the freaking wrong place, and then they didn't scan it yet, and then it comes back. Did you try tell? Excuse me. Did you try telling Vernon the guy to see if he can intercept the package, or get him to at least, or did you try doing at least send back to sender? Because that sometimes worked. That's how Ron got the little tiger weight bait for me back. All right, yeah, cool. That, or like I said, if not, contact the post inspector and see if you can follow like a missing mail or something like that. I swear when you do that, it seems like they respond pretty quick. So, but like I said, let me show you guys a couple of the new baits that all right. Is it showing? Yeah. All right. Let me see. So this one actually right here, I was actually going to show you guys this little guy here. This is the Echo Gear. Then these right here are actually will be like a little slept-on bait. It's kind of like it is really Echo Gears made by Norries, but like I said, it's like a little mini Norries Escape Twin. This here is meant for like saltwater style bait, but they kind of cross over to freshwater, and they're like really a specialty like finesse style bait. They're only like 2 inches, so this I could see like being like a good like little Ned rig or like a little finesse jig style bait. But they have some pretty interesting colors, and then they have like UV in the bait, and then they have a glow in the one of them, the Midnight Impact, which is like a red orange. The orange glows. Damn it. And then the Moonlight UV is very nice. It's like almost like a green pumpkin with like pearl on the belly, and I'm sure the belly has the UV. And then the sunset appeal is like a green, yellow with UV. But like I said, that should be a pretty nice little bait. was it the Escape Twins, are like one of my favorites. Brush hog style soft plastics. I can see those doing pretty well for certain people that like finesse stuff. And then these two are really like a finesse sort of thing. If you have like a BFS sort of deal, these are very like fine, small jig head. The weights on them are very tiny, like 1.4 gram, 2.3 gram, 2.3 gram, and then another 2.3 gram for number 4. It goes all the way to like a number 10 hook, and that's in a jig. So, and it comes with like a little jig head, and then that's like the 2.3 gram one with a number 4 hook. But they're meant for like really finesse style plastics. They're little. They sold out. I heard these are really popular. Yeah, they're all gone. It's like a little skipping ball head jig. And then these are very popular for this really small fish. That's a saltwater fish, but it's a very thin little tiny worm. It's almost like something like that rat tail from Berkeley, but without the little ball. More like an ice fishing type of sort of deal. But this is like for trout, walleye, crappie, and bass. And like I said, they just have those weird colors that I think is pretty interesting, like UV clear, pink glow, melon glow, and then solid black. And they also have this weird little blade bait that's it's like a crawl style blade bait. It's like a shaped and crawl, and it has like little skirt material. It says the shrimp-shaped ZX blade incorporates a series of new design techniques for superior strength, control, action appeal, and hook setting ability, having a wide range of colors, and also uses that assist hooks instead of having the hooks on the bottom, which tend to obviously get you more snagged. This should definitely help with that, and also help with hooking, hookups. Weight, having a wide range of colors in 3 different sizes. Weight allows the ZX a vast array of structures and depths. The ZX range is not limited to size, whatever. So yeah. And then this guy says, do not buy them. They supply cheap Chinese knockoffs, not genuine Echo Gear product. That doesn't even make sense. Why would they sell a knockoff? That's interesting. I wonder if that's just somebody that just said that to say that. That's weird. Why would they sell a fucking knockoff? That doesn't make sense, but alrighty. They also had, I remember the Grow Designs had freaking a drop like yesterday, and they ended up selling those pretty quick. The carp colors were pretty sick. D-Style also has these 2 new ones, but this honestly looks just like the damn Rock Hog from Megabass. So, wonder if that's who's pouring that for them. And then, what the hell? My carp is, it's because I'm on a different damn thing, but I was going to show you guys bait that I actually am going to probably end up getting. This bait right here. Actually, this is a fish arrow, another fish arrow type bait, and it's a wood bait that they make. It's more like a saltwater slash like crossover bait that you can use for freshwater. But I was thinking about getting it for like stripers and stuff like that. And it's a wood bait. Has these. They're not like actual full rotating hangers, but they're called rotating hangers, and it allows the hook to kind of slide back and forth and also rotate like 180 degrees or like 360, but it doesn't fully spin. It's a very interesting like design. And then the lip allows you to bend the lip forward or back so you can get different depths that you want. And then, like I said, it's more or less they mainly made the bait for fishing for sea bass, Japanese sea bass, but it's a pretty cool bait. And it's almost like reminds me of the old man's, I forget what the hell, the stretch, the Magnum one that they had that was for saltwater. And then I'm most likely going to try the Algenie bait. The little jerk bait that I wanted that I thought had a really awesome action. And then this guy, the cherry. So that should be pretty cool. And that cherry, the king one, is actually a smaller version of the bait that caught like the biggest bass out of all the Algenie lures. So this bait actually right here, let me go back. That bait right here, the one I'm getting, is actually a small version of this bait. I hate that the pictures, man, are so fucking small. And so literally it's a 59 gram 135 millimeters, so even this bait here is not even really like a big lure, but it says this lure is caught this is the lure that caught the biggest bass among all Algenie lures, and then this is just a smaller version. So this is a downsize, and it's only 16 grams smaller. But it's 115 millimeters, so about the size of like a little bigger than a 110 jerkbait, but it's wood. And obviously going to be a little bit thicker profile overall. This one would be pretty cool to try out because it has that prop, man. I've never seen a prop that big. And this is a 2-ounce prop bait. So the paint jobs he has on these are pretty nice. So, and then Tackle Warehouse. Let me go on that. Thought I had a quick link. Right. So they actually got a lot of like new JDM stuff. And actually that's what I've been kind of surprised with Tackle Warehouse. They've been getting a lot of good JDM brands. And they got Raid now. And then they have the Two-Way and the Libero. And like I said, their prices are pretty good too. And then this was the bait right here that I was actually, they had that Raid trunk, the Raid EU chunk, the Battle Hawk that Frank's been using, Egu Bug, or no, I think he might, Egu Bug, or the Buggy Crawl is the one of those I know he has. But Kitech, they had their new baits too as well, and they got finally the Kitech paddle and beavers that I've been wanting to get, and they're a really nice bait, and it's a pretty much a beaver style bait, but it has a little bit like a kind of like a kink to it right here on the edge, that allows that tail to kind of have a little bit of like a kick on it as you're kind of twitching it. So the unique design provides both vertical and horizontal action, which is enhanced with that series of micro appendages at the base of the body that adds supplement action, serving as an anchor for the enticing tail. The Kitech pattern beaver features an aquadynamic oval body with key properties to make fishing the soft plastic easier than ever. The nose relies on a thicker section to accommodate thick hooks and robust keeper systems. Further down the belly, you will find the hook channel makes it easy to find in the hook placement. The top side supports a pair of molded eyes. Huh. Wait a minute. What? Oh, so you can put eyes in it. Huh. That's cool. So you can put little eyes on the plastic if you want, as a well-pointed guard as well for the hook. It's good for flipping, pitching. It's your favorite rig. Favorite free rig, power shot, jig, Kitech, paddling beaver. So, like I said, they're pretty new. They've been out in Japan for a little while. You get 7 per pack, which is not bad for $5.95. 3.5 inches long, so they're not a big bait. And like I said, they have a lot of nice colors, or a nice amount of colors. It's not a big selection, but they're both pretty nice. They're all really nice. Green pumpkin chartreuse, green pumpkin, electric bluegill. That's a nice one. It's got a little bit of green. Yeah, I like that one. I like yeah, I like that one, and that one. That black's nice. Black and blue. And then obviously your Delta Crawl. But these right here I can see doing really good for smallies. But I know they'll be good for largemouth as well. And then these are the Kitech Flex Chunks. These are also another thing I was looking forward to messing with. They're like a long, slender chunk that they made. They have a 4.3 and a 3.2 inch size. Black. The brown purple is nice. Kind of has like that chunk look to it. Where it's like seeping through. That one's nice too. Alright. Let me go back. Take it easy, Ron. Yeah, Michael, I'm trying to literally do it as quick as possible. You can only talk so fast without seeming like you're trying to rush, which I think comes off rude. And there was a couple more baits I was just gonna show. Oh, I know I had it in my damn cart. Though I had it. And so yeah, and then they have the Brendan. I was gonna show you. They had the Savage Gear 3D gizzards, and well, what I'm kind of mad is they made this a gizzard bait, a gizzard shad, and yet they don't have any freaking shad colors or natural like shad colors. They have a hitch, a kokanee. I don't even know why you would make a kokanee. Dirty roach was a shiner, and then a sexy shad, which looks terrible. Like, that makes no sense. That's why the dirty roach is the one selling the most, because it's the only one that actually looks good. The hitch is alright. The kokanee could pass off for like a shad, but I don't know why you would make a trout colored bait on a shad. Like I said, they got pretty good amount of like JDM stuff, and they got like the Grow Design, Flag 150, the Raid, GI, and then the Raid Osakana Swimmer, that kind of like Huddleston style bait that they made, but it's a lot different. It's more meant for like dead sticking, but you can, retrieve it. But it's more or less meant for like very cold water and when you're very like not moving a bait at all, really. Yeah, it is actually. I'm pretty sure like that's probably where they got that from, or Optimum. You know, probably somehow was connected with that because all those brands kind of are like connected like that. So, but the thing that was only one I saw. Hmm, somewhere. And then they have those Kromujis from Depths. These look interesting. It's like a finesse tube. It's got a weird shape. Hmm. That's interesting. It's a tube. Finesse tube baby shelter with Duraflex material. So it's like elastic. Hmm. The tentacles, this subtle action. I like to see these in like a tank. See what it look like. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me. I accidentally hit the damn thing. Trying to hit the tab. Damn it. So yeah, I'll be showing just a couple more stuff and then I'm pretty much done. Alright. Trying to remember the damn bait I was trying to show. Trying to remember it. No. Not that one. There's a brand here. I was trying to show Brandon. I can't get the name. No, Casey. That was one of them. They make a kind of cool lure that's like a spy bait. They also make a really nice glide. But this bait here, definitely really cool bait that I don't even think many people know about. But it's like a spy bait, and it has like a channeling thing system that goes through the bait and then all the way to the end of the tail, and it creates like this draft. There's a whole video on it and everything. It's pretty interesting. But it literally, the water travels through like the head and then comes at the tail, and then the tail has like a section, a joint on it, so the tail like kicks as it does that. But it's like pretty much like an eye motion bait or like a spy bait, but in a different way. So it says it's made out of a chemical wood body, uniformity not in resin, foam, or natural materials. The low density, impossible ABS resin. The water duct takes water into the body, divides it in half, and lets it out from the rear. The unique water flow tickles the bass's lateral line. Secret and enticing bites is not a regular no action. The feather and hook and soft tail. The soft tail responds even to the weakest of water flow, creating a vast micro vibrations, visual as well. The natural movement, although designed to be a minor action, gathers the attention of bass while entertaining anglers and repetition of casting. The feather hook flares while retrieving and varies the overall shape, supplementing the no-action body with more natural visual effect. Swimming range is set to swim at 5 to 10 centimeters, 4 to 2 inches below the water surface, with 16 to 20 pound fluoroline. And a medium speed retrieve for dead slow retrieve or keeping it down during the pause. Tune it with weights to regulate the flotation. Appropriate tuning recommended for deep ranges. Also, it's like I said, it's pretty much like an eye motion bait. Damn, Mike. Oh, what up, Mr. Bass? I've been seeing you've been uploading pretty frequently now. And I saw that you moved, man. That is kind of tough. Especially with all the bass fishing stuff you got. That's got to be hectic. I can't even imagine having all that bass, lures and all that, having to move all that. But the other bait was, look at that, it's right here, and I'm just going up and down. Lawless. This is the one I was trying to show Brendan. And I think this is literally the only one he has left. Oh no, he has the Blackwood and the Funa. Damn, I didn't know he had that one. So he must have got more. So Lawless Lures is a company that's from Japan, and he makes actually this swimming bait that's becoming very big. Mike Gilbert actually uses it, but it's not this gill version. It's like kind of like a trout profile. This is his gill version, and this one's been out for a little bit longer, but it's not a small bait. It's 8 inches, which is pretty big for a gill bait, and it's 7 ounces. But what's cool about this bait is that it has like multiple different like tuning things you can do with it. You can have it where it has a lip in it, right here, or you can take the lip out and have where it's like a lipless sort of swim, and it has that jointed tail, and it looks amazing. The price is definitely high, but it's one of the nicest gill like baits I've seen swim wise, and in like a long time. And like I said, I haven't really, this bait's been out for a while, and I've seen it a long time ago, but I've always wanted to try it. Lawless lures, sunborn swim baits is at a low speed to snakes naturally, and that's like what I said. It looks very good. It doesn't have like that really like high roll that a lot of like gill baits have, because they're kind of like top heavy. It just kind of has, it almost reminds me of like that Raid the Raid, damn it, I have the bait, I forget the name. It's not the G, I think it's Raid G something, but it's the swimming version, and that's a lipless bait, and it kind of has that real stable swim to it at very slow speeds. This bait does, and then at high speeds, it has a straight and tight swim. The tall and thick body enables strong water push with torque. Three-piece body is effective for natural movement and combination of accessory parts that can be replaced. And it's kind of like that bait that Brennan sent me, the troll pick. Kind of has that same versatility with their wood baits. And a combination of accessory parts can be replaced with a screwdriver. It can handle from low to high speeds, from top to bottom. It's possible to tune according to the field environment of the day, such as changing the action, increasing the obstacle avoidance ability. This lure is a floating and slow sinking, can be achieved by setting the accessory lead. And then it says all Lawless sunborn swim baits come with a wire bumper, one bill insert for tuning, and from floating to sinking with one screw. So it's pretty cool. And all wood. And then this is Liberty Works, which is another guy that's pretty cool. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is a tall bait, but I think, like I said, if you're fishing for 10, 12-pound fish, or what that bait's probably meant for, I don't think you'll have a problem eating it. And that hook, the way the hooks are on that bait, they're kind of like rested back on the tail. So if they tail strike it, they're gonna get hit with the hook pretty well. See how like it's pretty far back, and that tail section is narrow, so they'll get this whole piece in the bass's mouth pretty good, like no problem. And then you have that front hanger, which more or less, if they T-bone it, which most of the time they do, you should be good. Shoot, if that guy caught a smallmouth on the shell cracker, the Bubba, you can catch a fish on that. Because that pretty much proved to me that you can catch pretty much anything, because that damn Bubba is huge, and somehow smallmouth had that. Then even though like it was, you could tell it like swiped it and it hit it on the outside, but he did have one of the hooks in the mouth, so I was trying to eat it. But this is the Liberty Works guy, and this is another dude that's from Japan. This is extreme pricing, price wise, so not probably for like most people, but this is like a really beautiful bait, all wood, has the bumpers in it. And again, you can change this as well a lot. It has multiple different swims you can do with changing the bumpers out and things like that. But it's more or less like a big trout, swimmer that you're really using this for. It's 6.7 to 2 ounces. I mean, 6.7 to 7 ounces, ranging between the way you tune it. And then this is the one really I want. This is another sort of like worming style crank down, more or less meant to go like really slow, but it has very good like structure avoidance. The bill has a unique shape to it. The bill kind of has like almost like a peanut sort of shape. It kind of comes down and then it narrows into like a sort of like a crescent shape, and then it comes back out. Like I said, it's sort of like a peanut. And honestly, hope maybe see if they don't have a front view of it. But he's on Instagram, and you can check them out though. and he makes some really nice baits. Like I said, also pretty versatile, because he also has where sort of like the clash baits where you don't have to really change the lip too much either, but he has different tails that come with this bait, and it allows you to pretty much change the action of the bait overall, which is pretty cool. And the flat-sided body, original tail looks like a real bait. The special lip makes it easier to get over obstacles, like I said. And but here it is right here. Like, see, these are the different tails it comes with. So you get these two here, and then the kind of like I think that's the trigger tail, or I think that's what they call it. And it's kind of gives it more of like a darting, sort of like dulled action, and then the regular tail gives it more of like a natural kick swim motion to it, whereas that, like, you know, what's it called, spunk shad style tail more or less kind of gives like a more like tight swim to it. So yeah, so that, and then I'm not sure if I did show you guys, but this is, like I said, that AR lure company that makes the riser jacks, and as you can tell, it has the same face, and that's literally, this is a swimming jack, but they don't call it that. It calls it something. It's just called a big swim bait. But AR Lures makes, see, watch. AR Lures has been manufacturing Japan's best handmade wool lures since 1996. They produce wood lures sold under several other leading brand names in Japan, and AR Lures' own brand is huge and in popularity in Japan. AR Custom Swim Baits is handmade from basswood, hand painted and slow sinks. So that's probably what the riser jack is. I mean the Monster Jack Junior. It's basswood. Hand painted, slow sinking with natural swimming action in the water. 7.6 inches, 2 ounces, 2 feet. So like I said, and then it has that tail, like someone was saying earlier, Lore Lab I think it was, that has that segmented tail where the tail kind of just flops around, and it kind of makes this natural S motion type of swim. So I definitely want to try that. And they're for $35, you can't beat that for a wood bait. So, and then there's another bait that they have on here that I'm not going to show because I don't think there's only like one left. And but it's from Mega Bass, and it's like an old wood bait that they make. That and they also had the the It Jack on there as well, but they sell for like $199, which is insane. When you can get them for like $40. So it makes no sense to me. Yeah, Brandon, they're wood, they're basswood. All the AR lures are like either basswood or the cedar. Yeah, the troll pick, I'm telling you, that's a nice bait. I'm definitely gonna be using that a little bit here. And nah, man, on the popper, kind of like feel bad not catching anything on it yet. But if you do need it, like I said, let me know and I'll send it back to you. But I'll definitely be hopefully trying this upcoming weekend. Like I said, just I have not been fishing, man. I've been slacking. Yeah, same. I think that's like honestly what's going to be like more kind of in that like future of like the swim baits and stuff like that, is where you just have like baits that you'll have one or two and there are three baits, and they literally do pretty much the same thing as having like 20 or 30 baits. And honestly, the DRTs already do that. But honestly, I think other brands that maybe are a little bit cheaper do that, like the Abu baits that I showed you guys. Uh, these are $39. And also, if you get these from Japan, you wouldn't probably think these cost this little, but they're $19 or $17 for this bait in Japan. and then over here like 30 something. So that's pretty insane that they're only charging 19 bucks or $20 for this bait from Japan, and it comes with all those lips, the 4 lips, the tail, the 2 extra tails, the blade, the marabou, and then like I said, it's just really versatile. And then has the Zapu board weight segment spots for you to put that the weights there for you, and then also it has that chin, weight that you can also do with a grenade weight if you want it. So it's really pretty nice, and it's like half the price of like a DRT. So that's honestly, I think, where you'll get, like, this will start blowing up sooner or later when guys realize that you can get these for so cheap and have the same sort of like action and get that same sort of ability or catching ability. Yeah, he's already brought those over. He actually has the bass one still in stock. I think he's gonna try and get more of the carp and some other one. But honestly, like I said, if you ask him, he'll bring them. And like I said, uh, he does have like the 2 or 1 of the bass ones still in stock, which I think is the best looking one. The carp one does look nice though. I won't lie. It almost is like comparable to like the carp wrap that Swimbait Underground has. Yeah, man. Pretty much that's what I have to do to go fishing now, but that's why I really hadn't been fishing. Just I gotta walk so damn long to get to this spot without, trespassing, and or I just walk damn tracks. But I just gotta figure out something. Yeah, the grass minnow I have. I don't think it's the grass minnow, but it's that smaller one, the little tiny guy. And this bait here is pretty good. I've actually gotten more. I've gotten bites on this versus my other Huddleston, so I can at least say, yeah, I've gotten bites on it. But like I said, just because I didn't get a bite on my Huddlestons doesn't mean you won't. So you know, you just got to try it, man. That's really all it's about. I can tell you what's the best thing, or honestly, what's the worst, or whatever, but it may be totally different to you. You know, that's really what it's really the tough thing about half of this stuff is that, I could be buying all this stuff and then half of it doesn't work. So that's what a lot of people don't realize is that, I'm wasting my own money to test these baits out to, like, give back feedback or whatever it is. I think that might be the weedless. Yeah, the weedless shad. That's it. And then I really want to try the ones that he has that are they're a little bit smaller than the 68s, but they kind of come with like a jig hook. I think Tackle Warehouse is the only one that sells them, and they're really nice. Baitman talks about them a lot, and I've always wanted to try them. Actually, I'll probably try one of those, add that to my cart, and get one of those. I was actually talking about a soft bait. The hell? Talking about that, I forgot. Oh, actually, when I was looking at this damn Baka, because I've never actually got these, they kind of remind me after looking at it for like a second of the Optimum OG swim bait that they make. And I was like, damn, and it has a similar tail to that Optimum. And I was thinking, like, if I got bit on that Optimum pretty well, I think this will do pretty well. So, because the Optimum OGs were like one of my favorite little jig style hook paddle tail baits. They're just harder to find in the bigger sizes. And then when I did talk about where I found you could find them, they literally sold out all of them. I was pissed. Let me see. I'll go right here on Tackle Warehouse for you. It's the Huddleston Top Hook Shad, and actually they're having a closeout. They're on sale for $9. So I'm adding 2 to my cart right now. So, and they have a good color too, the green, mean green color, which is like the best one for shad wise. But the grass minnow is good too. You can kind of like twitch it, unlike the deluxe one. It kind of allows you to have like a little fluke, but at the same time you can straight retrieve it. But it does well like twitching it. So yeah, this guy, I'll put the link right here. That's the link for the one I was talking about, Daniel. So yeah, you kind of like, it's like that's what I was saying. It kind of gets old with some stuff where you look at certain baits and you're just like, yeah, and that's just something I already have, or I can do that with another bait I have. And then there's baits I look at and I'm like, oh well, I haven't actually don't have something like that, or I don't have the material that it's made out of, like if it's wood or stuff like that. Or maybe it allows me to do something a little bit different, like that worming crank down I got, which I think is pretty cool. And like I said, you can worm technically other crank downs, but you have to like weight it like really specialty wise. Kind of have to have a certain lip for it, or not. You'll snag them up. So so like I said, and then that bait you sent me, the hater, you could probably do that too with that. I know you can worm the high sider a bit. The DRTs definitely. So that's what I've done with that. But like I said, you really can't go like super slow with them. Which is what that that little submarine bait from Bombada kind of offers. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I was going to be showing for tonight, though. I'll probably be coming on next week. I was actually going to do, actually, you know what? I was thinking about it. I'm not sure if I should do it or not. I should have said this in the beginning so people would have known about it. I'll probably do it on the next one, whatever, the next live. But I'm either contemplating on selling this for like dirt cheap, or just doing a giveaway on it, because I really just don't use it, and it's a cool bait, and it's not really that big of a rat. It's pretty small, stocky wise. It's not really like long, and with a tail on it, it's not really long either. But it pushes a ton of water. It has like a massive bill, and the bill is like nice and polished. And polished the edges on it. It's real smooth. But like I said, this whole thing is like handmade. Even the eyelets are handmade. They're brass eyelets. So it's pretty cool. And then actually, someone that is kind of popular copied this guy's design, and then he completely switched it around so that he didn't get in trouble. But if you know the guy named D-Tex, he has or Dexter, whatever the hell his name is, Dexter, D-Tex, whatever, and he had a rat, one of his like first rats looked just like this, and a similar joint as well, but then he just changed it up and made it completely different. Yeah, dude. The Joy Thief is a good color, man. That one that you had got from me it is kind of tough. It is like a strange color. Probably would have had to like really like use it to like break that the psyche part of like the color bothering you, because it is a weird color. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a giveaway on this on the next one. I'll just uh, do like maybe like a comment thing on the video where just have comments, and then I'll pick like a comment generator versus doing it on like the live, because that's kind of what I wanted to do, was do it on the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he seems like a little pattern. And I've noticed with some of the stuff he does, or he just copies certain things, and I'm like, what the hell? But and then there was a rat that he made recently too that looked pretty similar to somebody else's, but it seemed like nobody cared. So, but yeah, so I'll probably be doing that. I'll be giving like a rat away probably or something, because I think that would be pretty cool, and then also help do like on the get some comments on the video, and get people at least putting stuff on the actual video. All right, Mike, I'm getting off too anyway. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you guys. And I said it was going to be a little bit shorter. Didn't even end up being short. So, yeah, so take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next week. Peace.